I'm Roberta Colosino, and I guess now I am the owner of a business called Soulful Journals. And this group is the beginning of that business. So I want to make it clear that yes, I do make and sell journals, and I am hoping to sell some journals. Who wouldn't be? But honestly, the business came out of my passion for journaling and for writing things down that are important to me. And I would occasionally let people see parts of my journals, and I occasionally made journals as gifts for people. And so as people started seeing them, people started asking me about them, and basically just through word of mouth, I had some people ordering journals from me and people telling me I should turn this into a business, but I was working full time, and so that didn't seem terribly reasonable. But I'm retired now, and so I've been making more journals with the intention of selling them. That being said, I still have this passion for journaling that I think I want to share with others because I believe that it's important. Now, I understand that not everybody is going to be into journaling, but I think it's a very misunderstood thing. So the purpose of this introduction video is that I assume at this point you have joined, my Soulful Journals group and on Facebook, and that you're saying, what the heck is this all about? So I'm hoping to answer. So whether you call it a journal or a notebook or whatever you want to call it, it can serve absolutely any purpose that you want it to serve. So that means it could be about a diary type of thing like we kept years ago when we were younger, maybe, where we wrote down what we did during the day and what we ate and so on. The problem with those, at least for me, was that I found that if I didn't write in it every day because I thought there was a rule that said I had to, which is just not true, I thought that if I didn't write in it every day, I was kind of a failure. And if I went several days or even several weeks without writing it in it, then the whole thing was just, that's it. It's over. It's a loss. And I never picked it up again. And it wasn't until quite a few years later that I realized that who was writing these rules anyway? There are no rules. There's nothing that says what you have to write in it. In fact, and this may surprise you, there's nothing that says you have to write in it at all. Some people do video journals. I'm not into that. I enjoy writing. Some people do journals where they do artwork that expresses their feelings. So an angry drawing or a happy drawing or whatever it might be. And those folks will ask me to make them a journal with mixed media paper and watercolor paper and sketch paper and so on in it. And that's all they do. They may not write a word at all. Sometimes they will write something in it, but they're writing sort of on top of the background that they've already created. Some people use a journal as what they call a glue book, which sounds a little odd as well. And a glue book is really just a journal or a notebook where you glue things in. No other way to describe it. They glue things in. So they print off things from Pinterest that might be an idea from them. They take things out of magazines. Maybe they're planning their wedding and they're looking for ideas for crafts for their wedding or favors or wedding dresses or styles of wedding dresses or venues or anything to do with a wedding at all. So they create this thing where they maybe take notes and write ideas and put pictures in. And that's what their journal is about. And when the wedding is over, the journal is over. There are people who write in a journal every single day, but also stick things in there. One of the things that I've heard from people a lot is something some call blank page syndrome. So they open up a journal or a notebook and there's this white page facing them and it's blank and they have it in their heads that they have to fill the entire page. So one of the things that I offer is that I will put some things in the journal for them. I will put in some things that I call journaling cards. I may coffee dye or tea stain the papers. I may stain them with colorful things, different types of fruits and vegetables that actually dye things and color the pages. So that when they open it, it's not blank. And what I tell them when they ask me is, there is really no rule that says you have to write on the whole page. Date it and write across the top of the page, today sucked. And don't write anything else. That's okay. You'll remember that day, and that's it. You just got it out of your system, and you feel better. Some people swear when they're angry. Some people yell and scream. Some people just can't or won't do that, and a journal lets you do that. So if you want to write 20 swear words on a page, write them. If you're afraid that someone's going to see it and be offended by it, I don't know why they would or who that person would be. After you're done writing a bunch of swear words, put a picture across the top of it, and only you will know that behind that picture is a whole bunch of anger that you had on that day. It can be extremely therapeutic and cathartic. It can be something that just makes you happy because you got something off your chest or because you wrote about something wonderful and you don't want to forget it. As we get older, we sometimes forget things. So if we don't want to forget things, putting them in a journal is great. I make travel journals for people, and I used one myself on a trip to Ireland a few years ago. And every night when we settled in our hotel room or bed and breakfast, I would write a little something about the day and put in pictures, receipts from restaurants, brochures from tourist sites that we went to. And as it turned out, it was a darn good thing that I did, because when I sat down to work on a photo album of that trip, I found some pictures that I looked at and said, oh, geez, where was that? Was that in Dublin? Was that in Cork? I don't remember where it was. And oh, what was the name of that restaurant? And luckily my journal contained most of that. Or if I couldn't remember the date that took place, was on the first day of the trip or the 12th day of the trip. So for that reason alone, I was so grateful that I had done that travel journal. And I didn't write in it every single day. Absolutely not. And some days I just wrote some little comment about something that happened that was funny, or something I wanted to remember, the address of a place we visited, whatever it might be. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that a journal or a notebook or a diary or whatever you want to call it is whatever you want it to be and whatever you need it to be. You could have a 30-day journal that was done in a month because you wrote in it every day, or a 30-day journal that you're still working on 3 years after you started it. Doesn't mean you're a failure. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it at all. And you can write in it some days, put pictures in it some days, whatever you want to do. So, getting back to the part about me selling journals, I will be posting some journals here and some video flip-throughs of some journals. If you don't see anything that you like here, that's fine. If you see something but you would like to see it a little bit differently, or larger, or smaller, or more colorful, or less colorful, just let me know and we can work something out and I could make one for you. If you intend to come here and just get ideas because you already have something that you bought in a store and you're perfectly happy with it, that's okay too. So I'm not considering this a sales site per se. I'm considering it a site for a community of journalers and or people who are just interested in learning a little bit more about it. And if you buy something from me, great. If you don't, I won't be kicking you out of the group. Okay, so don't worry about that. I thank you very much for watching the video and for joining the group, and I hope you'll stick it out for a while and just see what I have to offer. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.